What is up, you guys? My name is Nick, and welcome to my channel. Whatever you're watching, I'm making videos about. And if you're new here, every month I make lists of recommendations for all of our favorite streaming services, and I've decided to dedicate this month to bringing my brand of Valentine's Day recommendations to you guys. From uplifting dramas to twisted thrillers, I've got you covered. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you do so. That way you stay up to date with what to watch and where to watch it. Number 10 is Date Night. This romantic crime comedy is about a suburban couple played by Steve Carell and Tina Fey who head into New York City for a date night. Embroiled in a case of mistaken identity, the couple is targeted by the mob. This leads them on a night-long adventure as they try to clear their names and take down the bad guys. Date Night is such an underrated gem. I remember it was a hit back when it came out, but I think a lot of people have forgotten about it. Carell and Fey have the perfect chemistry as this nerdy couple rediscovering their bliss, so if you're just looking to kick back and have a few laughs, give Date Night a watch.
My wife and I are on a date. We were hoping to get here earlier, actually get a table.
You didn't quite make it, did you?
Number 9 is Villains, a dark comedy thriller about a couple of criminals who break into a stranger's home after committing a petty robbery. Looking for a car to steal, the pair uncovers much more than they expected. I want to keep this vague for anyone who hasn't already seen it. Don't watch the trailer, just dive right in. This is the perfect dark comedy for Valentine's Day because of the excellent chemistry between Micah Monroe and Bill Skarsgård that is matched by the wild chemistry between Jeffrey Donovan and Kira Sedgwick. The movie does have some disturbing elements, but it's mostly a quirky little flick that provides the relationship goals you're looking for.
This is a hell of a predicament we found ourselves in.
Number 8 is Spring. This romantic horror film is about a young man who travels to Italy to deal with personal hardships. Along his travels, he meets a beautiful young woman who he begins a relationship with. But this mysterious hottie has some dark secrets our protagonist isn't prepared for. This is another one that is best seen blind, so I will just say be patient and willing to finish the film before making judgments. I'll be honest, I don't love this movie as much as many other people do, but it is one of the most obvious genre recommendations for Valentine's Day, so if you haven't already seen Spring, fix that immediately.
You're the most attractive person I've ever seen. But that doesn't outweigh that you might be a mental patient, and I gotta make sure you're the kind of crazy I can deal with.
No.
Number 7 is Selena, the biopic about singer-songwriter Selena Quintanilla Perez, and it does exactly what biopics do and shows Selena's rise to stardom before meeting an untimely end. I watched this movie so much as a kid. 90s babies should remember only owning a finite number of VHS tapes to watch at any point in time, and for some reason my family owned Selena, so I watched it a lot. I guess I love Jennifer Lopez a lot more than I thought I did. Now, I know a lot of people think this movie is a bit light on story for a 2-hour movie, and I think that just speaks to why this movie is important, because it's all about someone's life that was cut short. And I know it's quite tragic, but just getting that peek at what a ray of sunshine Selena was, I think makes this movie worth watching for alone. Number 6 is Shirley, a drama starring Elizabeth Moss as fiction writer Shirley Jackson. A couple moves in with the famous writer and her husband, disturbing tensions amongst the bitterly divided couple. Shirley is such an interesting and peculiar film to me. I know a lot of people loved it, but it honestly just didn't really click with me, but I'd say watch it just for Elizabeth Moss's performance, and it fits perfectly in with the theme of the month because this is a solid bad romance that perfectly displays what I believe to be the image of marriage.
What becomes of your dear heroine?
What happens to all lost girls? They go mad.
Number 5 is Possessor. This sci-fi horror film is about a futuristic organization that uses brain implant technology to take over people's minds. Andrea Riseborough plays an agent who uses other people's bodies to commit high-profile assassinations. To say anything more would be to divulge more than you need to know. What you should know is that this movie is violent as hell. I can't 100% confirm this, but I'm pretty sure this is the uncut version on Hulu because I rented the rated version over on Amazon Prime time like a month ago because they didn't have the uncut version available. And then I listened to the Dead Meat podcast episode on Possessor, and I was like, okay, I missed some things. And just quickly scrolling through on Hulu, I'm pretty sure this is the uncut version, or I was not paying attention when I watched it the first time. Either way, even though this isn't a romantic film, it was one of the most talked about horror films of 2020, so you're definitely going to want to watch it while it's available on Hulu.
Mom! Hi, darling.
How was your trip?
Dull. Extraordinarily dull.
Number 4 is Love, Simon. This charming coming-of-age and coming-out story is about a teenage boy named Simon who begins an online correspondence with a fellow gay teenager as he questions his sexuality. With the help of his group of amazing friends, Simon goes on the tried-and-true teen comedy journey of learning to accept himself and live his best life. Love, Simon is an important film to me personally because I think it solidly accomplishes what it sets out to do in being a modern take on what we would expect from a John Hughes coming out movie. It is funny and has plenty of heart to keep it from being too cheesy. And if you're into it, this movie is perfectly paired with the Hulu original series Love, Victor. That, of course, is based on Love, Simon.
Hey! I like your boots! I said I like your boots! Goodbye!
Number 3 is Let the Right One In. This Swedish horror tale follows a bullied boy who begins a friendship with a mysterious girl who lives in his apartment building, but she's holding a dark secret that will change their lives forever. In case you haven't already watched my video on my favorite winter horror movies, I'm gonna go ahead and plug it right now. Maybe you're gonna want to give that a watch. But I do have to say that I disagree with a lot of people who call this a romantic horror film, because when you think about what's going on, I just think romance would be a little bit odd. Maybe friendship would work a little better, but I'm still going to recommend it around this time of year anyway, because we're wrapping up the winter. It's Valentine's Day. I'm sure you're all well aware of how good this movie is, but I just wanted to put it out there once again, just a little reminder. Maybe you're going to want to watch it again while it's still on Hulu.
Hur gammal är du? 12. Ungefär.
Number 2 is Gone Girl. This dark dramatic thriller stars Ben Affleck as a typical husband who finds himself the prime suspect when his wife suddenly disappears. An investigation into her whereabouts unearths a second life full of secrets. This is of course based on the excellent novel by Gillian Flynn, which I highly recommend reading if you haven't already. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I think the movie manages to be even better than the book. And I know I just recommended this in a What to Watch video for Hulu only a couple of months ago, but new year, new rules, and this is probably the best dark romantic drama that I could recommend, so why wouldn't I? Just maybe don't watch it with your significant other.
As you all know, my wife, Amy Elliott Dunn, disappeared 3 days ago. I had nothing to do with the disappearance of my wife. I have nothing to hide.
Number 1 is If Beale Street Could Talk. This romantic drama, based on a novel by James Baldwin, is about a young couple in 1960s Harlem. Tish is dealing with an unexpected pregnancy while her man Fonnie is charged with a crime he didn't commit. This is a harsh and upsetting tale of love told beautifully by director Barry Jenkins. Regina King won her Oscar for her role in this movie, and while it's a bit of a downer, it is so well written, acted, and gorgeously shot that I can't help but recommend it.
Remember, love is what brought you here. And if you trusted love this far, don't panic now.
I want to throw out a warning, like what not to watch, because every month I scour these streaming services looking for the best recommendations for you guys, and I want to use my movie knowledge for the good, because there are some movies you just want to avoid, like the rhythm section. If you come across this little piece of shit, you're gonna want to avoid it like hell, okay? I know you're thinking, a spy thriller starring Blake Lively? That could be fun, that's gotta be watchable. It's not. It's just not. I went and saw this last year because I did a review for it, and there was not enough movie theater popcorn in the world to get through it. It is boring, it is lame, it just all around sucks. I don't mean to personally offend anyone if you did like this movie, but to everyone else, stay away. stay far away. And I want to add a bonus TV recommendation because I want to incorporate as many recommendations as I can into these videos, so let me know what you guys think and what you want to see. But I want to give a shout out to the Hulu original series High Fidelity. It stars Zoe Kravitz as a Brooklyn-based record store owner who goes through a breakup. She moves on by hanging out with friends, listening to great tunes, and reviewing all of her past relationships. I know a good deal of people didn't care for this one, but I also think not enough people gave it a shot. I remember spending last Valentine's Day binge watching the entire season in one sitting, so yeah, I can't praise it enough. If you're into romantic comedies about hipsters told mostly through needle drops, I'd say give High Fidelity a watch. I also want to go through a quick double recommendation because I was originally going to include the movie A Teacher in my top 10 and also talk about the FX series that's also on Hulu, but then I watched the series after watching the movie and found that I had a lot to say. I was actually thinking about doing a comparison video talking about both of them, but I figured I'll try and sum it up real quick here. I felt like the movie didn't explore its themes and ideas in a way that ended up making it come off as more powerful than I think it really is. And then that hour and 15-minute movie is expanded into a 4-hour show where I feel like they still didn't explore the themes and ideas the way that they needed to. Plus, they completely abandoned the most interesting aspect of the protagonist from the movie to the show. It just was really disappointing to me. I will not get fully into it, but I would really love to know what you guys think of A Teacher, both the movie and the TV show. And now it's time for my bad movie recommendation of the month, because I have to. Lifelike is a steamy sci-fi thriller about a wealthy young couple who move into a glorious mansion, and because it's so hard to be so privileged, they get an android to help them with the housework. Must be nice. But everyone is lonely and horny, so the robot has sex with everyone, and it's as ridiculous as you would hope it would be. This movie is a little dull, but it has some what the fuck moments and an ending that goes there. So if you like bad movies and you're into something a little sexy, a little thrilling, but with a sci-fi twist, Lifelike is laughably fun.
I can put an end to this right now.
I need you to go to your docking station.
That's not gonna happen.
That is my list of the best movies to watch on Hulu in the month of February. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it as always. I'm trying to add, as you may have noticed if you made it this far into the video, I'm trying to add some bonus recommendations, some different things just to let you know what I'm thinking about each streaming service as I make these videos. So let me know what you want to see, and feel free to follow me on Instagram where you can send me all of your requests. I would ask that you subscribe to this channel, but you know, you don't have to, but like, you could subscribe and then hit the bell and the notifications and like all that good stuff. Thank you guys once again. That is it for this video, but I won't stop you from watching another.